But tonight, Yuma Regional Medical Center has a total of 24 coronavirus patients in its care. 6 are in the intensive care unit. And with a slight rise in cases, the hospital is revealing some of its proactive planning, something that YRMC has already been through just a few months ago.
Good evening, Christian. Yes, if there were to be a second wave here in Yuma County, YRMC says it is prepared following this summer's rush of cases that sparked some life-saving decisions.
Yuma Regional Medical Center readying resources across the hospital tonight.
We were as high as 30 last weekend. And so, I think our message continues to be to remain vigilant. And for our community, I think we want the community members to know kind of where we are in terms of resources, right? Because, and how are we in terms of capabilities to care for a continued escalation of patients.
Back in July, the highest peak of patients topped out at 165, forcing YRMC to make space for 3 COVID units.
Right about the 4th of July holiday, so we went through a series of holidays. We went through Memorial Day, and then we went through some holidays just privy to that as we started moving into the summer.
The hospital would have to exceed more than 40 COVID patients to reopen one of those units.
As we continue to look at this, we have a task force team that meets on a regular basis, our COVID team. We're still meeting weekly and sometimes more often. And then we have subcommittees that are working regularly also. We are predicting right now that we would continue, if we continue this trend, that we would see an uptick and peak again in the middle of January.
As far as a possible winter spike, the hospital says they are prepared as they typically see an influx of flu cases during that time.
It's typical for us in Yuma to peak in the wintertime. So we see high influxes of patients in Yuma. We have for many years in the wintertime. I think we've learned a lot in our first bout of COVID, both clinically and process-wise.
And Christian, Yuma Regional's main 42-bed ICU is capable of splitting into 2 sections, making it easier to separate the COVID patients from the non-COVID patients. YRMC also has 25 self-isolation units. Reporting in Yuma, Cody Lee, 13 on your side.
All right, Cody, good stuff there. Thank you so much. Well,